Man up. Don't be a pussy. Don't be a little girl. Like we've all heard this at some point, as guys growing up in the States, we gotta be tough. Gotta man up. And this is what it is, but the impact that this has on our emotions and our sort of inner space of our hearts and our minds is that we guys have spent years disconnecting from our own feminine energy, right? We all people have both yin and yang inside of us, and it's natural for us to have masculine energy and feminine energy. But in America, we're all trained to disconnect from that feminine energy because we don't want to appear, gay, or we don't want to be weak or something like that. This has a lot of significant impacts on life, but especially it impacts the dating relationships. And what can happen is, here you have these guys that are going out to date and they're disconnected from their own feminine energy, and it's like they're starving, they're just so wanting love and affection because they're not unable to feel that for themselves. And so, when you show up in a relationship and they're gonna be needy, maybe insecure, or maybe false confidence to mask that insecurity and that neediness. And women can sense this. They know what's happening, right? If I can't, if I'm repressing and I have disdain for my own feminine energy, how's she gonna feel about my ability to honor her feminine energy? But okay, let's say I do get in a relationship and I find a woman who can provide that feminine energy for me. It feels great, but all of a sudden now, I'm pretty dependent on her for that. My happiness is dependent on her providing me this energy to make me feel whole. Now, this puts undue pressure on her, but also it makes me dependent on her. It makes me, I just have to give up some of my power and my sovereignty in order to be in this relationship. And then God forbid she withholds some of that energy, because I'm just like, oh, it just hurts, and I'll I might feel angry, or I'm just maybe crushed, and it's really painful. So what we need to do, especially guys in America, we need to reverse the cycle, and we need to learn to cultivate our feminine energy. It's a good thing. We become more whole as human beings. We become more confident, more happy. We can move in a relationship from a place of abundance and understanding rather than starvation and neediness. When we learn to honor our own feminine, we can honor the feminine in someone else. And here is where beautiful relationships start to happen.